now, and they've been participating in a number of exercises. Recently, the squadron celebrated the success and accomplishments of their deployment here. Seaman Aaron Boast reports on those accomplishments that not only saw an increase in their combat readiness, but their overall unit cohesiveness.
When Marine Observation Squadron 2, Detachment A, arrived on Okinawa in early January, they had a few reservations. One being that they had few staff NCOs to fill leadership positions within the squadron. Junior NCOs were called on to step up and fill the slots, and the rest is, as they say, history.
When we first came over, that was a big question, and I think in some people's eyes it was a fear. But with the responsibilities placed on these young Marines, their dedication to duty persevered, and they've really worked hard. It's been difficult in some cases, but the workload never overweighed, their abilities, and some of them have really shined through. And overall, well, 1,000 hours goes to prove it. We did it, and it wasn't luck, it was teamwork.
This deployment has also provided the pilots with an opportunity to expand and fine-tune their skills by participating in a wide range of exercises, including Ursa 92 and Dragon Slayer. They took a building block approach to their training by developing the fundamentals with the OV-10, then moving on to some of the more involved operations.
The primary mission, though, is FAC-A, TAC-A. FAC-A is forward air controllers, and TAC-A is tactical air controllers, where we go out and we'll control the F-18s or the Aviate Harriers, which we did work quite a bit down here in some of the islands in the training areas here, and we controlled them with the division is working through them, their eye and their sky, basically to help the F-18s and the Harriers find their targets. We mark the targets, and then the F-18s or the Harriers in this case come in and put bombs on target.
The intense training that the Devil Dogs of VM02 have undergone during this deployment has not only fine-tuned their skills, but has brought them closer as a unit in squadron.
Basically, we're all a family, and anyone would do anything else for the other person. If someone was down on their luck, they'd try to bring them up. If someone got a bad letter from home, they'd try to help the person out the best way as possible. We're like a big family here at VMO.
For some of these Marines, their futures are uncertain as the Marine Corps prepares to phase out the OV-10s, but change is a way of life, and they're ready to move on.
Unfortunately, like myself, a lot of Marines are going to be, some ways, losing a job, but it's the way of the future. It's the thing of today, and we have to take it in stride. I'd like to see it stick around, and I'd like to stick around, but just can't do that. You got to move on.
As VMO2 Dead Alpha moves on, they leave behind their reservations and take with them the rewards of their hard work and dedication to duty. Seaman Aaron Boast, FEN News, Marine Corps Air Station, Futenma.
Accomplishments of Marine Observation Squadron 2, Detachment A. Tonight, Seaman Aaron Boast brings us a look at some awards that were given out to the Devil Dogs of VMO2 before they prepare to return to Camp Pendleton, California.
Marine Observation Squadron 2, Detachment A has accomplished a feat nothing short of incredible. In the short 5 months they've been on Okinawa, they've racked up over 1,000 accident-free flying hours and increased their combat readiness by 15%. Adding to this accomplishment is the fact that they only have 5 OV-10 Broncos and 75 Marines in the detachment. Attaining this goal has meant a lot of hard work for the Devil Dogs of VMO2, but for them, the hard work has paid off.
The fact that we made 1,000 hours is a real morale booster. We flew over 1,000 hours, which not too many DETs have ever done that, and we flew 300 hours in the month of April, which was a big goal for us. These Marines have learned a lot. They were a pretty inexperienced crew when they came over here, and just by going out there and doing hands-on work and trial and error of their own, they've become pretty good technicians.
April was VMO2's record-setting month with over 300 hours flown in 122 sorties. During the month, the squadron maintained a superb monthly mission capability rate of 87.5%, with 55% full mission ready. At a brief ceremony recognizing their accomplishments, Colonel G.L. Berry, Commanding Officer Marine Air Group 36, commended VMO2 for all their hard work and told them they were without a doubt the best VMO squadron Okinawa has ever seen. Something the squadron's commanding officer says was only made possible by their junior NCOs.
Everything that's good is not because of the officers and staff, but it's definitely the troops, those E5s and below, made or break us on this det, because we were really heavily in that department, and they really came through well for us. I really am proud of them. They did a great job.
In addition to the squadron, 2 Marines received personal recognition for their accomplishments when they received the Navy Achievement Medal. Corporal Greg Ayresman and Corporal Mike Stark were presented with the medal for their efforts and leadership abilities. They both serve as shop chiefs with the squadron, a position that is usually filled by a staff NCO. As these hard-charging Marines prepare to head back to Camp Pendleton, they leave Okinawa knowing that they have accomplished a great deal, and through hard work and dedication, there is nothing they can't do. Seaman Aaron Boast, FEN News, Marine Corps Air Station, Futenma.
Inventory for nearly a quarter of a century, and as Seaman Aaron Boast reports, its deactivation is causing some Marines to wonder about their future with the Corps.
The OV-10 Bronco is a multi-purpose light attack aircraft flown by Marine Observation Squadrons, or VMOs. The Bronco has been a part of the Marines' air arsenal for 24 years and a part of Marine Aircraft Group 36, Marine Corps Air Station Futenma, for the past 20. Earlier this year, Headquarters Marine Corps issued a deactivation plan to phase the OV-10 Bronco out of its fixed-wing aircraft inventory by March 31st, 1994. The deactivation is part of the Corps' restructuring plan, and come December, the OV-10 Bronco will no longer fly the Pacific.
This airplane is going to be sorely missed by the people here on Okinawa, especially by the ground combat commander, and I'm going to miss it a lot because I really enjoy flying it. I've always enjoyed flying it. It's a sad day in our Corps, but we understand, of course, that there's always a time when these airplanes have to go away, and this particular time we just wish we had a strong replacement for it because the mission is absolutely essential.
The Broncos have participated in a number of exercises in the Pacific over the years, including numerous Team Spirits, Valiant Blitzes, and more recently, Ursa 92 in the Republic of the Philippines. VM02 Det Bravo will be Okinawa's last VMO detachment and will take the Broncos with them when they return to MCAS Camp Pendleton the end of this year. The scheduled deactivation of the OV-10s is getting mixed responses from the Marines who work with them day to day.
What it's going to mean to a lot of the Marines is that they're going to have to look for a new home. Some Marines will have the opportunity to transition to another aviation MOS. Other Marines are going to have to look at transferring or transitioning to another MOS. In this era, defense drawback, cutbacks, and so forth, it's going to be difficult. It's going to be real difficult.
It's kind of disappointing. Just not being in the Marine Corps that long, I got put into a job, and a year, 2 years later, they're telling me we won't have an MOS, and it's just not a good feeling.
For the majority of these Marines, the future of the OV-10 Bronco not only means a loss of a great aircraft, but a big change in their career with the Corps.
Well, in retrospect, it's kind of sad to see it go away because I grew up here on this aircraft and learned a lot about Marine Corps aviation here, made a lot of friends here, and the OV-10's been a good friend to me over the years. Unfortunately, there's really a big blank spot in my future as far as what's going to happen to me afterwards. I've got a pretty good record and a pretty good background, so the Marine Corps will hopefully train me in another field. We just don't know exactly where I'll be retrained just yet.
Though the future may seem a little uncertain for the Marines of VM02 Det Bravo, they're on Okinawa to do a job, and they plan on doing it well until the very end.
The OV-10 is here. We know we're leaving, but while we're here, we're going to set good goals and get some good flights and keep up the mission until the last day. Hoorah, simplify, devil dog, do or die.
Seaman Aaron Boast, FEN News, Marine Corps Air Station, Futenma.